What's up, YouTubians? Gary, VW Jawbreaker. Welcome back to another video where today we're going to be making some more progress on the Sickxty, that 1960 Volksrod Baja Franken Beetle build that is finally starting to come together after a lot of work. So today it's kind of gloomy outside. Even the little cranes are like, what the heck, man? They're like, we don't know about today. So I'm going to keep Jawbreaker in the garage. What we're going to do is, you know, we've got everything back together, starting to look good, but we need to get the steering column in so we can go ahead and start being able to move this thing around a little better. So we'll also go ahead and grab a few other things and probably go ahead and start getting some of the dash assembled today, just so we can kind of see how things look. But we're going to be using this Volk switch. Video coming up on this soon in the future when we go to wire the car. This will be awesome. So basically I'll use my key start, you know, for ignition, and then be able to run everything else off of this. It's a nice little relay box, and then I've got two little push button switches down here, which will be for accent lighting. Very nice, simple, clean dash. But again, most important thing is we need to go ahead and get this steering column installed. So here we have the steering column. I saved you the headache of actually showing you how to paint it because, well, there's plenty of that out there. So we've got the steering column, the old steering wheel, but we have a new bushing kit for the end right here. We've got our double U-joint system that is going up to the front steering box. We made that out of Super Beetle parts in a video a while back. We've got the part that goes on the steering box. We've got our turn signal switch assembly and a new steering wheel. Okay, it's not new, it's swap meet find with some paint. Alright, so first things first, we need to actually throw in a little rubber gogi right here, and that goes right down there in the hole. So it's got that nice little lip. Kind of squeeze it in there, and that gets, come on, there we go, it's in place. Double check the other side. There we go, rubber gogi's in place. So now we've got our hardware here. We need to go ahead and shove the column on in. So I'm going to take the end of the shaft here, and I'm actually going to spray a little bit of WD-40 on it to help it slide through the hole a little bit better. Alright, so now it's just a matter of working it side to side a little bit through that rubber gogi. Get it to slide through. Look at that. We're making progress. Now I'm not 100% sure how far that needs to stick through, so we're just going to go ahead and get one of the little bolts started up top here, just enough to kind of hold it for right now. Alright, so I got one of the bolts started right there. Now we'll come out here, and look at that. Looky that. So I think we'll go ahead and get our double U-joint shaft here in place, so we kind of know about where that steering shaft, I don't think it's supposed to poke out quite that much. Well, let's go get that going first. Normally you'd want a little donut gasket in there, but the way our setup is, it's not going to work. Now we'll go and throw cotter pins in that once everything is where we know we need to be. Alright, next is our little homemade U-joint setup. It goes in between the two. And because that has flex, you really don't need any kind of rubber gogi done on that end. So this should go on like that. Oh yeah, that's way too far out. We can adjust the steering column here in a minute. Now, first we need to make sure we can get this bolt through. There it goes. Alright, there we go. So there's actually a flat spot on this internal shaft here, which is solid 1/2 inch, that slides through. For giggles, I'm probably going to put a couple small tacks there just to ensure that that ain't going anywhere. So now we can go inside, and I'm pretty sure, yep, we got to slide the column back some because we got too much of a space there. So we'll slide the column back a little bit, we'll adjust it. That should be about where it needs to be. All right, there we go. So I turn the steering wheel, and tires turn. Look at that. No play whatsoever. That's just the door. Tires up against the door. We have steering. So now, I say we go ahead and replace all the bushings up front here and put the new steering wheel on. Let's see how that looks in there. All right, first we'll go ahead and pull the steering wheel, which was not tight for mock-up purposes. We're not getting rid of that, don't worry. Slide that on. Should go about there roughly. How do you think that looks? Let's see if that's deep enough. Yeah, I need to bring the column out some more, just a tad. All right, slid the center part out a little bit more, so should hopefully get us where we need to be. That should be about there. That might actually work just about like that. We'll have to find a washer for that. All I've got is the nut. I really hope that fits in there too. I'll be close with those bolts inside. All right, so underneath here, there's a tiny little set screw right there that locks us to the column. And that's it. All right, there we go. I can live with that little bit of a gap right there. I'd like it to be perfect, but you know, what in life is ever perfect? I know, bad lighting. Sucks being a YouTuber. I like it. It looks good. Gap's not bad. Kind of sets a little forward, but I'm all right with it. And then this. That's not going anywhere. That's more than a tack. There was a nice little gap in between everything. So I was able to really burn it together. Honestly, if I have to take it apart, I'll cut it. I don't care. But safety is there. The bolts through it. Welded there. The front one there is spline. Bolted straight to the gearbox. So that's not coming off. We are solid. The only thing left to do is put cotter pins in that, but I got to put cotter pins pretty much in everything when I go and nut and bolt the entire car. So I'm kind of thinking, let's put a Speedo in there. You know, that looks. Hang tight, I got a Speedo for it. I like it. Nice little simple Speedo. So we'll go ahead and get that mounted right in there. So hang tight. We're just gonna keep adding things today, I think. I'm getting excited, can you tell? This one's a pretty tight fit, but we can get her in there. Just gotta be careful. Don't want to scratch some of this pretty tractor paint. Oh, the gasket came off. Ding! Ding! And there we go. Well, I got some poor lighting. Let me go see if I can find a flashlight. Yeah, what do you think? What do you think? Nice, sleek. Yeah, I can deal with that. Definitely deal with that. All right. Well, I think that's pretty much going to wrap it up until we get ready for the wiring. So the wiring, we're going to do all custom, just kind of give you a heads up. We've got the relay box is going to go back here. We've got a fuse panel. Everything's going to be back here. So we're going to start the harness back here, probably through the heater channel, up through, across, nice and sleek, nice and clean. And that's pretty much the gist of it. This little wire here is going to hook into the relay box and back. And those two little switches, you got your ignition switch, all that will be loomed together right across and right down. That's the plan. We'll see how it works, but man, that's really coming together. Really coming together nicely. All right, guys. Thanks so much for being here. Thanks for sticking around. Again, we're making progress. It's just kind of a short video to try to get something done on this gloomy day. So, appreciate you being here. Till the next time, be good.